A lot of you men don't even know how to change a tire. And that's a problem because you know who else doesn't know how to change a tire? Me. So could I be with a man that doesn't know how to change a tire? No. What do you mean call AAA? You can't do it? Guess what? You can't do me. You can't do me. If you can't change a tire, it's just not going to work out because who's going to teach our son how to do that? I need to be with a manly man that has real, like, male core attributes so he could pass that on to our son, right? If we have a son. I cannot teach a boy how to be a man, right? You will have to do that. So if you're a bitch made ass motherfucker yourself, I'm not fucking carrying on your fucking last name. For what? To raise another fucking bitch in this world? No, thank you.
Right.
Women need to get real strict on who they give a child to because a lot of you guys give children to men that like are the furthest thing from a man, you know? And then you guys have sons and then who's teaching them how to do shit? You're not going to complete the mission the way you want to. Like, you're not putting out good into the world when you give a loser a baby. You're creating more losers. And I don't mean to call you guys' children losers. Oh my God, it's getting kind of cancel-ish here, but please save the world.
She demands a manly man while admitting she can't do a single basic task besides dragging men with her mouth. All she offers is attitude, profanity, and zero competence. Yet she expects a fully capable man who can fix everything, teach everything, and raise a son without her chaos ruining him. The way she talks about losers is wild because the only guaranteed loser in this scenario would be the kid forced to grow up under her instability. She isn't looking for a partner or a father figure. She's hunting for a replacement adult to compensate for everything she lacks.
What do I bring to the table? That question. Girl, a guy should hope to never ask me that question. You know why? Because I have answers. Let's start with number one. Did you know that statistically men earn 26% more when they're married versus when they're single? And it's not because a woman is doing like cartwheels for him or running around with pom-poms. It's because a woman brings peace. She brings emotional stability. She brings structure. And that allows for him to lead, okay? So what do I bring to the table? Girl, my fiance's business grew by 300% since I've been with him. Yeah, you're welcome. A good man will actually recognize that. And if he doesn't, then girl, he's not a table. He's like a folding chair.
You're bragging like you turned him into Jeff Bezos when all you did was show up and take credit for a man who was already on his way up. His business didn't grow because of you, it grew in spite of the distraction you bring. Married men earn more because the higher earning men are the ones women choose to marry, and once they're married, they push even harder since they're carrying the full load of providing. The stat collapses the moment you leave out the millions of single men grinding without distractions from women who think emotional stability means sitting on the couch and taking credit for his overtime. Calling men folding chairs while pretending you built the table just exposes how desperate women are to insert themselves into a man's accomplishments.
I actually blame all of the 90s and early aughts sitcoms for convincing mediocre looking men that they can have tens as wives. I fully blame them because in what universe does a Ross Geller end up with a Rachel without a serious personality adjustment? And I know like Rachel isn't perfect or anything like that, but Rachel is a baddie. She absolutely is. And Ross is just Ross. And I just feel like, and this is like the top end, right? Like Ross and Rachel, fine. That still makes relative sense. But so many of those like 90s and like early aughts sitcoms had like men who were essentially maybe threes getting together with women who are like nines or tens, and that convinced a lot of men that they are capable of having nines or tens as wives. And that is why you find loads of men these days trying to date way out of their league. You know, like I just think that if you are going to try to do that, you need to have the personality of like the nicest, most decent, most kind, most generous kind of man on the entire planet. That's how you end up with a 10. But these men don't even want to do that. They want to be butt heads and end up with 10s. How is that supposed to work? I don't know how these men's brains work, but I definitely think those 90s and early aughts propaganda convinced them that they could end up with 9s or 10s as wives, even if they are 3s.
It's a comedy show. You aren't meant to take it as a documentary on dating dynamics. But sure, let's dive into it since you clearly think sitcom couples are scientific data. You're screaming about mediocre men while ignoring the fact that Ross was an established man with a tenured career, a PhD, intelligence, stability, an apartment, and actual direction. Meanwhile, Rachel was a spoiled runaway who ditched her fiancé because he was too boring, became a parasite in Monica's apartment, couldn't do her own laundry, had zero work experience, and spent half the show sabotaging her own life. If you put that in the real world, Ross is a secure, successful man with genuine long-term value. And Rachel is the type of girl modern men avoid because she brings nothing but chaos and dependency. You watched a sitcom and somehow came away thinking men are the delusional ones.
The male audacity is too high right now for my own comfortability, and for that reason I'm out. Because like y'all be wanting me to initiate every single conversation that we have. Oh yeah, you text me good night last night, so I have to text you good morning today in order for us to have a conversation. That's not flying over here, princess. You blocked. And then on top of that, you feel me? Like, y'all want me to come travel to y'all city. I don't even know y'all is from a can of paint. Y'all want me, a woman, a 4'8" small, petite woman, to come all the way across the nations to come visit you because you want me to come to your city. No. And then all that, oh, I'll book you a flight, though. You could take that same money that you trying to throw at me, throw it at yourself, get yourself a room out here where I'm at so we can meet properly. Like, that's literally how it's supposed to go. I'm the woman, you the man. Ugh.
Effort is the funniest part of this whole rant because you don't put in a single ounce of it. You want men to text first, text second, fly to you, pay for everything, and rearrange their lives for a girl who can't even hold a basic conversation without whining. You brag about blocking dudes like it's some flex, but all you're doing is saving them the trouble of dealing with your princess complex. You scream, "I'm the woman, you're the man," while contributing nothing except expectations no man with self-respect is ever meeting.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar? Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said, like, oh, hey, what are you drinking? Or sent a drink over? Like, it's common sense, common knowledge.
Standing at a bar for 5 minutes and already begging for someone else's wallet is wild. Modern women treat "buy me a drink" like it's the entry fee to speak to them, even when they bring nothing but lip gloss and entitlement. Calling it common sense just exposes how used you are to men paying for your attention. You aren't being courted, you're panhandling in heels.
I'm deleting Hinge and never looking back. Y'all want to be the bitch so bad. Like, men want to be the prize so bad. Let me show you this conversation.
Shit was going relatively okay. He had set like a date and everything and a time, and I was like, yeah, that's great. He says, do you want my number or IG? And I was like, both. Like, I want to look at your socials just to see, and I also just want your number. Like, I don't want to text on this fucking app. This man has the audacity to say, if I still like you after the date, I'll give you my number. First of all, why the hell did you even ask that? Second of all, are you fucking, like, who are you? A celebrity? You don't have to be worried about me fucking texting your phone, baby. And I'm assessing if I like you. The fuck? I literally said, huh? Yeah, I'm good, actually. LMAO.
That shit is weird. I hate that energy.
Women lose their minds the second a man gives them the same bare minimum interest they hand out daily. One guy holds his number back, and suddenly they act like the universe collapsed on their self-esteem. Modern women parade around like prizes while offering nothing but demands, filters, and ego trips, then explode when a man treats them like the average they are. The entitlement is so loud you can hear it before the Hinge notification even loads.
Yeah, where are all the men, like the good, real men at? Where are you guys?
I know, where are the men that like want to take you on a date? Like, I don't
hit, come in my DMs,
right?
Please.
I don't need dinner though. See,
No.
you know how some people like first date they want dinner? I don't want dinner for the first date because I want to be able to talk without food in my mouth.
Yeah, even like when guys suggest movies. I'm like, why would I go to the movie theaters with you on a first date?
No, exactly.
Why?
Like you and I
Just
could
sit
go
in
to a
the
movie
dark,
because we know
like-
each other now. But
Yeah.
when we first met,
No, I want to talk.
So here's the anti-checklist for a first date. No dinner, no food, no movies, nothing that actually counts as a date. Okay, so then what? Why can't you provide what you actually want? Two brains on a conversation, and neither of you can offer a real plan for what you actually want, just a list of complaints. Just because you have a TikTok podcast doesn't mean you offer substance.
Y'all know one thing I noticed about this generation of men. I was just having this conversation with my friend. It's crazy that so many men in this generation want to be princesses so bad. Like, why do y'all want to be the queen? Like, why if I ask you for flowers, you turn around and say, oh, well, I ain't buy you no flowers because you ain't buy me none. Huh? Like, these men want to be leaders but don't want to lead. They want to reciprocate energy so bad. Like, that is just so ridiculous. Like, it is literally this generation. At least men back in the days did stand up and they was able to be men and show that they was able to be men regardless of the extra stuff they might have had going on. But today, oh no, boo, they want catering to, honey. They want you to bow down. They want you to get down and bark like you want it. It ain't vice versa. If you don't do it, I ain't doing it. What happened to them being real? Like, this don't make no sense. Like, what do you mean you ain't do it because I ain't do it? Why are you feeding off of me, queen? Why y'all want to be passenger princesses so bad? Why y'all want to be the queen for the... Y'all might as well go get y'all nails done, go get pedicures, go get y'all hair done and wear pads. Like, it's ridiculous.
The only princess in this situation is you, throwing a tantrum because a man didn't shower you with gifts on command. You sound pressed that men finally stop bending over backward for women who offer nothing but noise and demands. All this talk about queens and catering just exposes how heavily you rely on men to carry every part of your life. The only thing getting pampered here is your ego, and even that's starting to crack.
It's so fucking sad that a video of me just being like, bring back men who court and aren't just trying to like use women as socks is so problematic to some guys. They get so upset about it. I'm like, why are you so mad? They just like to go on tangents about like, bring back women who are pure and clean and cook for men and all this stuff. Like, no, in a relationship, honestly, like, it's fun to like do that stuff together. It's not like I'm saying like, no, provide for someone's whole entire lifestyle. Some people do that, so that some people are capable of that, but that's not what I'm saying. Like, courting women, like, romance. Bring back romance. Is romance dead? Like, hookup culture is so sad to me. What happened to human connection? Just genuine connection. That's the whole point of this.
Romance didn't die, it ran for its life the moment women like you turned every interaction into a pity party wrapped in fake vulnerability. You're whining about connection while carrying the emotional depth of a parking ticket. Every word out of your mouth sounds like a discount Hallmark card taped to a pile of expectations you'll never meet yourself. Men aren't upset, they're exhausted from listening to delusional speeches from women who think a sad tone and a filter magically turn them into victims of the dating world.
Y'all want to know what today's problem in society is? It's the fact that nobody wants to court somebody. Like, y'all are so scared to court somebody, to pursue somebody, to have a conversation with somebody. And I don't understand why. Like, you guys don't know how to just be friends with somebody. You guys don't know how to, like, be romantic. Like, what? Why do you guys lack being romantic? I'm a fucking trick, bro. I'm a trick when I'm courting somebody. And it sucks because I want to be all in, but they hold back. And then I got to hold back because they're holding back. And it's just a fucking never-ending cycle. And I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that way. Like, you court me, I court you. Let's make this, let's do this.
It seems like you're just addicted to dumping attention on whoever gives you 5 minutes of dopamine. Calling yourself a trick isn't cute. It's a confession that you mistake impulse for intimacy. You keep blaming society when the real issue is you expect men to lead, invest, and commit while you treat dating like a scratch card. The cycle isn't never ending. It's just you repeating the same clown routine and wondering why nobody signs up for round 2.
Why can't men seem to follow the basic bare minimum rules for dates? 1, don't ask the girl for suggestions You pick the place, take initiative. 2, book a reservation. Is that not fucking obvious? 3, follow up a few days before and say, hey, I just want to make sure we're still on for today. Same day of, text them in the morning and be like, can't wait to see you later today. Guys, why is it not clicking? Do we need to like draw this out for you, make like a diagram, standard operating procedure? Like, what's not clicking, Steven?
The way these modern girls talk about dating sounds like they're training a dog, not meeting a man. You want a guy to plan everything, book everything, remind you, hype you, babysit your attention span, and basically run a whole customer service department just to sit across from you for 1 hour. The checklist is longer than your contribution to the date. If you need that much hand-holding just to show up, the problem isn't the men, it's the circus in your own head.
Right, I think we need to just touch on the fact that how hard it is living alone. Honestly, I'm sitting in the car, sitting here just thinking, I've just been shopping, I've bought myself stuff from Zara, I've bought some new bits, I know summer's come in. I live on my own, so I pay all of my own bills, I pay my own car, I pay my own this. My bills are absolutely fucking disgusting. If anyone lives in Essex and lives alone, you know how much you're paying out each month. Then you still want to have a life, you still want to go on your holidays, you still need spending money, you still want to wear nice clothes and keeping up with trends. Like, you're constant, like, doing it alone is fucking hard, and I don't think it's spoken about enough. Like, being 29 and doing everything alone in the world we live in at the moment is honestly so stressful. Like, I could probably do less and buy myself less and go on less holidays, but I don't want to do that because I want to go out and live my life while I'm still young and I've got no kids. But then equally, I've got shitloads of fucking bills coming out.
Living alone isn't the problem, the lifestyle you're addicted to is. You're crying about bills while flexing Zara bags, holidays, trends, and a weekly makeover routine like you're being forced at gunpoint to keep up with nonsense. You built an expensive circus and now you're shocked that you're the one paying for the tickets. Being 29 and stressed isn't a tragedy, it's the bill coming due for years of pretending your spending habits were a personality.
Can I just say something? What has happened to masculine men? I feel like nowadays men are so feminine. They are so passive. They are so overly emotional. They want to be chased. They want to be pursued. Like, what has happened to masculinity? And it's now pushing women to become more masculine because they're seeing how emotional the men are. And they're like, well, this guy's not going to be able to protect me. This guy's not going to be able to lead. This guy's not going to be able to problem solve. Women are attracted to strength. They are attracted to disciplined, masculine men who have high levels of self-respect. So many of these men have just turned into little bitches. Like, they want to be chased, they want to be pursued. They're still resting and sitting in their feminine energy, and they're wondering why their testosterone levels are low, why they have problems with women, and that's why you're not masculine.
Masculinity didn't vanish, it just ducked for cover the moment women started barking into cameras about men not being good enough. Listening to you complain is like watching a chihuahua try to lecture a lion. You keep yelling about discipline and strength while giving off the energy of someone who picks fights with her own reflection. No man with a working pulse is auditioning for a woman who confuses aggression with femininity and volume with value.
You know what? I wouldn't consider myself a traditional person, but maybe I am when it comes to dating, especially first dates. I'm like currently going back and forth with this guy, I'm gonna stop, about how like this guy thinks it's crazy. He's like, you expect a stranger to pay for your meal? I'm like, yeah, actually, you know what, I do. If this stranger is trying to woo me and asked me to go to this date, to this meal, like I can go out and buy my own dinner anytime. If I'm going on a date, it's like because I was asked and like that person's interested in me to like see where things go, you would think that they'd want to woo you. Like, that's what I would do. If I ask someone out on a date, I'm full sending, like, I don't care if I have to empty out my bank account to like take care of that whole bill. Are you kidding me? Like, don't ask someone out on the date, weirdo.
Women love calling themselves not traditional until the bill shows up. Then suddenly it's 1955 and men are expected to fund their appetizers and self-esteem. You can buy your own dinner, but you refuse to when a man is near because the free meal is the only tradition you actually care about. Talking about emptying your bank account is hilarious when everyone knows you would never spend a cent on a man. The moment the word woo comes out of your mouth, every guy already knows you are just looking for a wallet with a pulse. And that's it for this video, guys. If you stayed until the end, please leave a like and drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, see you on the next one. Peace.